Yes, thanks, Mr. Mayor. Who came and you read the input, it's clear that the people who live in this area do not want this development. It is too high, it is too dense, it is too tall. No policy that I've read justifies this density. The key reference document is the 2007 Oakridge Center policy statement, which called for 2 nodes of towers, 1 tall tower in each node at 20 stories. 20, not 24, 20 stories, with exceptional circumstances to bring it up to 24 stories. Other policies that have been referenced only link transit and density. They don't specify any particular density, and I have to assume the density would have to match the capacity of the transit. Otherwise, the policy makes no sense. So then you look at capacity, and the Canada line is at 5,500 passengers per hour per direction right now at max use, with 6,100, not that much more, being the maximum use for that line. We've heard buses pass by people. The capacity is not yet there, and it is not good enough to say that Canada Line and buses are TransLink's responsibility, schools and hospitals are provincial responsibility, and we'll talk to them. We are talking about a development that will bring in 5,000 more people, 5,000 more workers, and thousands of more visitors. This is a small town we're talking about. Can you imagine people planning a town and not having firm commitments for transit, schools, hospitals, police, fire, etc.? It absolutely is not good enough to have a wish list and not firm commitments for these things. It is irresponsible, in my mind, to approve so much density without a guarantee in the increased essential public services and infrastructure that go along with it. Regarding the park, I agree with the residents who say a rooftop space is not a park. If kids can't play ball, it's not a park. If seniors are worried about accessing up there and then not being able to get down because elevators aren't working, it's not a park. It's a green space. That's what it was called until very recently, and that's fine, and that can be valuable. But we should not change the name to a park and let the developer get off with not providing a 30-year-old promised 2.83 hectare ground level park in this area. It sets a terrible precedent, and I'm extremely worried that what will happen in future is developers will say, oh, the city can do this, fine. In my space, I'm going to just build the tallest building I can, and if they want me to commit to park and green space, I'll just put it on the top. It's not ready to be passed for a number of reasons. Dropping the rooftop parking at the last minute is just one of them. Not having cumulative impact studies there is another. We have not offered assurances to people that they won't have more overcrowded facilities, overcrowded hospitals and schools, more transit bypasses, more stress on fire and police, congested roads, and a decreased quality of life. For these reasons, I will not be voting for this.
Thanks, Councillor Carr.